So what I want to do henceforth now is to clean this entire data set that we have in the next few minutes using all the independent and the dependent function, right? So I'm going to clean everything from my environment. Yes, and then I'm going to import the data sets once again. So let's import it, and let's start our cleaning pipeline. Let me name this cleaning pipeline. So in this cleaning pipeline, I'm going to use all the 10 functions that we have seen, right? So we have our data set imported. Let me copy it. So I'm going to keep it up here. We've imported our data set and we've explored our data set. So in order for me to always, whenever I want to start my cleaning pipeline, I run a TBL summary. TBL summary helps me to see what changes need to be done in my data set. So in order to do so, I'm going to run, let me put it under explore data exploration. So in order to explore my data to see how it looks like and then see some observable changes I want, I'm going to run a TBL summary on my raw data set. So COVID underscore raw, I type it into TBL underscore summary, and of course I want it to be bold. I want the variable name to be bold. So I write bold labels, type it into bold labels, and then I run. So it's going to show me a tabular representation of my entire data set. The same thing I'm going to see here, but what happens is that it summarizes everything in a tabular form, which is better for me to use in terms of data cleaning. So I can see my epi number. Epi number here is in capital letters. I need to change it. So that's the first thing I notice. I need to convert it to lowercase. Great. So I don't need anything in my epi. So sex it's also in capital letter, but I want to also change it from sex to gender. So female and male, they are well coded. So age in years, I need to convert this to lowercase, remove the special characters. The same thing applies here. Then country, I need to recode this Cote d'Ivoire to Ivory Coast because they're the same country. I need to change this Ghana to this particular Ghana because it's the correct one. This Nigeria to this Nigeria. So I've seen things I need to change. Then for marital status, I need to change this married with double A, double I, and double E to this married. And after that, I also want to arrange them in an orderly, in the ideal manner, which is single first, then married, then divorced, then widowed. Date of onset is well written. Vaccine dose, I want to convert it from, I want to recode it from this full to full, this none to none, and this partial to partial. So the function to use is recode. For outcome variable, so you can see that this TBL summary helps me to see my values and see those things I need to claim. I need to change it from alive to alive and dead. So let's start from the first one, which is our variable names. We said the first function to use for variable names is what's clean names. So what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to put the object name. So COVID underscore clean. So I'm gonna, this will be my object. So, and then my raw data set is was COVID underscore raw. Then I'll pipe it into what's clean names. So what I do is that I run this first. So that my new object names is stored in my environment. So we all know this already. So I just assign it to an object so that whatever I'm doing it to be saving. So I've saved this. So if I view this COVID clean, I'll see that my entire variable names has been standardized. Perfect. So now my cleaning pipeline will start properly. So henceforth I'll be using what COVID clean. So in order to save my changes, I will have to assign the entire my data cleaning to another object. Let's call it COVID underscore final. I'll assign it to, yes. So whatever I'm doing, I will assign it to this. Great. So let's so COVID underscore clean. So the first change we have done is standardized column name, right? So let me write it hashtag standardized column names. We have done. So the next thing we want to do is to change variable name from sex to gender. So hashtag change variable name from sex to. In order to do so, we pipe this into what's the function to use? Rename. Exactly. So I don't like writing my codes very long. Name is my function. So rename takes the argument of what? New name first before old name. So what's our new name? We want gender, right? Is equal to sex. Variable name. I don't need quotation. So that when I run this, check my COVID final and see that gender has been changed to sex. Great. So now this is where the pipe operator plays a major function. So I don't have to be doing one major cleaning and assigning it to a new object. Henceforth, I will be connecting all my cleaning through what we call a pipe operator. And this is the pipe operator that we have been using. So everything I'm writing here, my cleaning pipeline, I'm going to channel. I'm just going to be connecting it. After this, do this. After this, do this. After this, because we say the pipe operator is also can be read as and then. So after COVID final clean, after we've done rename, I can do pipe and then do another operation. So what do we want to do? Let's check. We want to change Cote d'Ivoire to Ivory Coast. We want to change this Ghana, this misspelled Ghana to Ghana. I want to change this misspelled Nigeria to Nigeria. So that means here we want to what? Recode 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 values in country variable. Yes. So we want to recode. So remember we have our pipe operator here. If you are paying attention, we have our pipe operator here. So this pipe operator is going to connect to this and then it's going to save it in our original object called COVID final. So what's the template? So because we have already have our data set here, we do not have to do what? Write our data set again. So initially, all this becomes our object, becomes our data set in a way. So remember we say we always pipe into what? Mutate. Because recode is a dependent function. It works inside of a mutate. So we pipe it inside a mutate. So what do you want to do? Do you want to change a new column in a new variable or in the existing? So we said if it's spelling errors, we do it in the existing value. So our function will be what? Our code will be what now? What's our variable name? Country. Exactly. Is equal to, what's the change function? Recode. Right? Recode. Then the variable name, of course, is still country, which is our old column. Country, comma. Then we can have recode. Remember, has old. That means old name equal to new name. So we have our old name is what? So for example, our old name is Cote d'Ivoire for this one. So copy, to avoid errors, I just come and copy Cote d'Ivoire. I want it to be equal to what? Equal to Ivory Coast. Country. I don't want duplicate values. Comma. Then I want to change this Ghana, which is our old name, to this Ghana, which is the one that we know. That's another one. We want to also change this Ghana old name to this Ghana. And we want to change this Nigeria, which is not spelled, to this Nigeria. So is there any other change? So there's no any other change. If so, once we are done, we can now introduce our pipe operator. Say, okay, let's go ahead and do another operation. So again, we have to recode here. So I want to come here and write. So I like commenting on my code so that it's very readable. So recode values in the marital status variable. So where I have this married with double A, double I, double E, I want to change it to normal married. So the function is still the same thing. Pipe it into what? Mutate. Mutate. If I don't want it in a new, so I want it in my old column. So I will do what? Mutate. The old column is what? Marital status. We now equal to what's the change function? Recode. Code is still working on, of course, the old column, comma. So this is my old name. So married, I copy just like the way it is spelled in my data set. Married equal to, of course, married. I'm not married, but I know how to spell married, by the way. So that's the only change we have here. And then we want to also arrange this in an orderly manner, right? So we also pipe this as well. We're building our cleaning pipeline. So we have this hashtag. What do we want to do? We want to arrange values in marital orderly manner. So remember, where FCT reliable is also another dependent, cleaning function, so it works inside of your mutate. Again, we want the changes to be done inside the existing, inside the old column. So our old column is what? Marital status equal to, the change function is what? FCT level underscore level. Great. And then the old column, the old column that is being transformed is what? Marital status. So what do you want to see first? Want to see single. Single. Everything is case sensitive with R. So divorced. No, not divorced. Single. After single is married. See issues with us that are not really married. You can't really understand how this thing works. Single, married. We have divorced. Then we have widow. I want to say it in our data set. Yeah, but I just want it to be. So I'll pipe it also again. So we are moving now. Date of onset is okay. So we have seen vaccine dose. We also need to check that we want to record our vaccine dose from full, this full to the normal full, from this normal to the normal form, then this partial to. So if we clean this, if we standardize this, if we recode this, it's still going to appear in an alphabetical manner. That means full is going to come first, then none, then partial. But we don't want it that way. We want it to be non, partial, full. So in this case, we are going to run recode, and after we run recode, we now have to run FCT relevel. So the first thing we want to do, like we said, is to recode values in the vaccine dose variable. Great. So we also know that since we are using recode, it will be inside of a function known as mutate. Then the changes is inside the old column, which is vaccine dose equal to the change function recode. We have vaccine dose, and we have, of course, old name. What's our old name? Full, just as it's spelled, capital letters, is equal to the new name is what? So we have what again? We have none equal to, what's the name? None. We have old name Patel equal to partial. And we have, that's all for that one. And then we said we need to also relevel it, reorder it. So I'll pipe it into, so my comments here will be hashtag um, arrange in an orderly manner. So in order to do so, we are going to use the FCT relevel, which is a dependent variable, dependent function. That means we need mutate. So of course changes occurs in the old column. Vaccine dose equals to the change function FCT underscore relevel. We have vaccine dose. How do we want to say it? We want to say none first. None. I can write this in a straight line, by the way. None. Partial come forward, and after partial, I want to see write this, leave it like this. So great. After that we're done with this column. Let's look at our last column, outcome. So we have alive, alive. So I want to change this alive to, let's pipe it as well again. Remember, we're creating a cleaning pipeline. So hashtag recode values in the what outcome variable. So in order to do so, remember I see piping. So recode is dependent function to mutate. So we have seen how we've been using mutate for all the dependent, variables. So mutate, we have what our old column is what outcome equal to what our change function recode. Code is taking change transformation in the outcome variable, comma. We have what are we changing? Our old name is alive. Alive equal to live. That's the only change that we need to do here. So this is our cleaning, this is our entire cleaning pipeline. Let me zoom in. So let me zoom out. So this is our cleaning pipeline that we've been writing. You can see it. So we're just trying to clean that data set. So if I run this code, everything will run from here, where I assigned to a new object name, to run from here down to here. Also, you can see how it is. Right? Everything will run at a click of a button. So I can put my cursor anywhere and click on run. Okay, so we need to check like we did a mistake and then we're having an error. So unexpected symbol in Ghana. Okay, so we gave so of course one of the major mistakes you'll be having in R will always be in typing function, but always read your error and understand them. So our error is in the Ghana. So where did we recode for Ghana? So here you can see that I added full stop instead of a comma. I will clean it and add a comma. So this time around I will run and everything gets to run perfectly from the beginning to the end. Whenever I see this greater than sign in my console, it means my command has run, and then I can now view it. So I would like to view my COVID_file now in a tabular form. So I pipe it into a tbl_summary. So if I run this, I want to see if my changes have. Let's see, these are, so let's see 3 view. Let's see our changes. So first of all, EP number was converted from capital letters to smaller, to lowercase. Great, nice. So gender, from sex we have gender, yes. Exception characters were converted to underscore. Country we have Ghana. Before we had mini Ghanas, but now we have Ghana, Ivory Coast, Mali, Nigeria, Senegal. Country clean very well. Marital status before they are not arranged, and we had other married, right? So we didn't clean this particular one very well, so we have to go back to clean it. Married, I didn't spell it very well, right? So married. So let me run this again and then run. So let's view this. So let's see how married this time around. Great. So we have single, married, divorced, and widowed. Marital status cleaned. Vaccine dose, we have none, partial, full, and it's well arranged, unlike before. Then we have outcome, we have alive, dead, and alive and dead. So we can see how we're able to turn that messy data into a very clean, organized data set. Right? So shows you how well we can, do a lot of things with clean functions, right? So we may also want to add other things, like other functions that we have not done, like we've not used the H categories, right, or if else, but we've seen how we can use them in case we want to create. So if I want to view this in a tabular form, so view, let's view this. So we can see how our data set was changed from. Let me also view the raw one. So this is the final, this is the raw. So we can see so many things that are not supposed. The clean one is looking very neat and well organized. Easier for you to now start doing your analysis. So thank you so much for staying tuned on understanding cleaning, and then the cleaning pipeline, which is fundamental for cleaning process. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Comment, subscribe, share, and like, so that this video gets to reach other people who are interested in learning R. Thank you. See you on our next video.